Greetings and salutations. This is part 3 of sticking the TS400 concrete cutoff saw back together. There are a few things of note in here, and I will be posting things as we go along, commenting on some stuff that I got wrong, which I often do, and then I fixed. Hope you enjoy.
Okay, so on the boneheaded move category, by the way, heater's running, it's loud, sorry about that. I put clutch in backwards, just to be dumb about it. The washer here that was on top yesterday goes on the bottom. The clutch comes up, so this nut, which made getting the clutch off fun, which is why that's out. I ain't too bright. I've done said that more than a few times, nobody believes me. Now we're going to put this all back together again. Get the spring back in there where it belongs. There's one. This guy. There's two. And spins on that way. Now, when I go to put this guy on top of that, there we go. That's what it's supposed to feel like. Bonehead, the idiot, got loose in here yesterday and should not have been let loose. Oops, it's not made right. I wonder if that washer's supposed to be on top. Let's see. Doesn't feel right. Why are you acting? That feels so much better, it isn't funny. If that's rubbing. There's a washer missing in there somewhere. Gotta be. Where did I drop that? In there somewhere. That washer part's. That's all the way it's supposed to be, but it is by God not right. Underneath is right. That is not supposed to sit down on that. I can feel it grinding. That sits on there. I don't remember a second washer on that puppy. Although it has a washer look to it. If you look at the wear pattern in there, see that there was a washer in there. So I got to find that washer wherever it got to. Found my missing 10mm there. There's that. Yeah, that should work better. I'll check and see that the Oh, Never mind. God, I just don't want to do anything the right way today. Really don't. There we go. Yeah, thank you. It's gonna be one of them days where I just keep redoing and redoing. Nope, they're bonding up. I need to have water. Got to have it. Alright. Okay. While I got that off, let's have a look at the thread here. Figure out what's going on. Why will that one not bind up? It's oversized. Yeah, that's oversized. That's what I made. Firmly without dumping it down there. Problem there. Let's get these lined up. And we'll shove that around. Attached. Okay. Does not cover up those 3 mounting, only covers that up. And it needs to have this little belt in there. So we'll give it here directly. That's this guy. Pretty much. Get it. Track down a couple of them, we'll see. Alright. That's that for adjusting that guy. Why don't you just wait for it across on top of the floor there, son? Okay. So what I gotta figure out now is how that kill switch works. And as far as I know, they just get plugged. Plug. and I'll have the top mount. This guy, when it gets put in here, will have a rubber bungee that's new going in there and a new plug cap. Alright, since YouTube is giving me crap about copyrights, I'm going to play tunes and speakers in my ears. Okay. So, where do I want to go with this? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I got to figure out that linkage. So let's see if we can find a picture of it. Okay, there's supposed to be a piece of wire that goes all the way, and there isn't one. So, there apparently was a wire missing off it when I took it apart. There was a small piece of wire in there, but there is a connector right here, which I'll lift it up. Straight spade connector. Supposed to be a piece of wire following this pattern. Okay. That you can see, supposed to come on up around, and it is connected to something up at the top. We'll figure that out in a minute. But that says come up and around, go back in there. I basically need a baby piece of wire with a straight spade connector on it. So let me get my wire. Rather conveniently out of the scrap bin, I've got a piece of small wire. It's already got a spade connector on it. Okay, so next magical trick. I got to figure out where those wires go and what they do. That's the one I just looked at, which doesn't help. There's a wire connector that is supposed to drop in and zero out.
What I'm trying to do in this section is figure out how the kill switch works on the saw itself. The work there is looking at the parts diagrams and trying to understand exactly how they go together, then picking up the physical pieces and trying to figure out how they go together. As you see me move along, moving between the parts, what I finally am figuring out is a photograph that somebody had posted about a dead kill switch, which gave me enough guidance for the short wire that I had. Then I had to figure out where the long wire went from there. So this is sped up to make it not take forever. I finally located the discussion here of the dead kill switch issue with these TS400 saws, and somebody about halfway down the discussion had posted a picture of the kill switch portion and one of the wires that causes problems, and that was enough of a guidance to tell me what was going on. Here is where I discovered that.
Now it's broken off, so there's something missing. That has the look that it is supposed to be stuck in that switch, which still doesn't tell me where the other end's supposed to go, which says this guy, that goes down, which is going to push this down. So So I need to make a good contact in there. Yeah, there was something in there. Okay, I'm going to pull the card back off because now we're playing with wires. Da, 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 da. Okay, I need to pull that guy off right here. There we go. That'll get the carburetor out of the way. Now we got to take a long, hard look at exactly how this wiring works. Ah, there's my clip. So if I pop that, that takes the whole thing out. Alright. There's a very distinctly spot right here in the back of this that looks like it has wire in it. Which leads me to think that that spring yeah, it very definitely had crimped wire in it. Okay, so let's clean this up. Clean up our little ground wire. I'll pull that back off. Lift it out of there. It should go in there. I'm going to go ahead and solder this together, so I'm going to stop this for a bit. Okay, fan's heater's running, but I went and got the bits and pieces I need to do this. It ain't going to be pretty, because I don't have a clean countertop, but here we go. Welder soldering iron, bit of that, piece of wire. We'll go ahead and tin the wire first. Okay, so she's tinned. It's just being miserable. Let's see if I can do it from down on the ground here. Alright, so air it down a little bit. they're really dirty, so the contact, I got to figure out which way they contact with each other and get clean. Alright. Okay. That's that. Now this should go in. Okay, total length being about that. Wow, do I have the grunchies today? Okay, and for the sake of the fact that it's in wet, yucky weather, I'm going to go ahead and tin this and then solder it into the connector. Alright, so that's tinned. So these are Thomas & Betts connectors, you can see here. I happen to like them, but they do come shielded. I'm going to go ahead and unshield this one so that I can do a solder job on it. It's generally not hard to do, as you can see. Okay, my camera died. I was soldering, so to recap, I have soldered a Thomas & Betts style bayonet connector on the end here, soldered into the end of the spring. I took one of these unjacketed butt splices and soldered it onto the end of this wire and cooled it off. So now I'm trying to get it to set up in the switch itself there. And what I want to do is get it in underneath there. Because I think that doesn't make sense. This is irritating me. Okay. Okay, I'm going to pull this loose. And of course I'm going to have to take that off because now that it's solid, need to take that out, quietly lift that out, and I have to find a better way to do this. As I swear that's got a barrel style connection on it, which it does not want to deal with. Ping, ping. That should do that. All rigged up. Now, the check for that is something that I very carefully put away, which would be to pull the plug out, see if I get it, and then see if when I got to really have it all assembled so that I can put it in dead zone and check it that way. Alright, I ain't making no sense, don't mind me. Alright, let's turn that a little bit. Okay, so the next thing is I got to figure out this throttle linkage. So now the question is, does it go that way or that way? That lines it up dead center. Let's see how that looks. It's easy enough to pull this and put it back on.
So real quick in here, all I'm doing is hooking up the carburetor, the lines, the pieces, and the linkages. And it takes a while to put it all together, so I sped it way up so we didn't spend a lot of time staring at it. This stuff right here is pretty much a mechanic's tools and trade. You sit there looking at whatever it is you're working on. If you don't have a solid diagram, you don't have the pieces and parts where you expect them to be, you have to look at the thing and slowly but surely puzzle out how it goes together, how each piece goes and works with each other. You do not want to force it. You'll break things and then you'll be buying more parts.
Now, regular filters, pre-filters, side filters, up filters, down filters. What do we got here? So this guy rubber gasket on there the way it's supposed to be. Alright. A serious gunk filter that's in there after the fact to make sure you don't gunk it up. Okay. And we get back to our problem child, which is this guy right here. Which is easy to fix in one sense, putting the new filter and the gunk filter on it. What's not easy is this top edge. I need to heat that up, pull it back, shape it. So we're going to have to get it hot. Here we go. Let's get a heat gun. Get that warm. because they're a lot cleaner than that old foam. Alright, that just might work. Oof, that's nasty. Okay, let me cool this down a little bit. It's a bit toasty. So it was completely crushed in up here. I'll just get my hand behind it. This was all crushed in, and the gasket obviously shot. So this little guy right here will go across. Okay, and there you go. Nice clean gasket. What's missing, and I still need to get, is the cover that will go over this. And it's on its way. Of course, it's Chinese plastic, so I got to wait forever for it to get here. Okay. All right. So gunk filter, good filter. So we put the gunk filter in, put the good filter in. Yeah. That's interesting. Going to push into it pretty hard. That guy. Okay. So now I have that in. We got to figure out this top piece, which is how does all of this crap go together on there. not laying down where I want it to. There it goes. Okay, the choke feels good. This guy is not exactly all the way in yet. And then this guy has to go don't seem to have what I expect there. Huh. There we go. All right. All right, we'll know whether that works in a minute. Okay. 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 Okay, so that's on. All that looks good. We've got this little guy right here. So take the cover off the plug that way, and we stop that way, start, choke, this guy. Where is my little thingy? There's my little thingy. What time is it? Ah, it's about 2:30. That's good. Looking good here. Okay. So, the last thing we got is this little jewel. Okay, that's in.
Okay, at this point we'll stop part 3 of the build of the saw because this video is getting plenty long enough as it is. Yeah, there are a lot of sections and there's a lot of detail. There were a lot of things to fix in the saw. Hopefully you'll come back for part 4 and we'll be bored to death. Thank you very much.